What's going on, everybody? It's Ralph, and I just want to let you know that the $1,200 stimulus is coming. It's coming. And before I get into the body of the video today, I want to let you know that if you're into the stock market, because right now is a good time with everything that's happening. I mean, check it out. If you put money into it right now, I'm telling you tomorrow you're going to have at least $1. Put $100 into Webull and you'll get 2 free stocks. You're going to get a free stock anyway for downloading the app and getting started on the platform. But you can click the link in the description below and go to town. It's Webull, the Webull link. The question I want to ask you is a very important question. If I have a belief, does that mean I'm saying I know or I don't know? So throughout my week, I go from working on this set to that set and just kind of scatter around the city throughout the week, and I interact with a lot of different people. And when I talk to them, sometimes we get into some deep conversations, and one thing leads to another, they resonate with it, and it just gets to a point where things kind of get uncomfortably sound, but it doesn't kind of go in line with the Christian belief or kind of any belief really. So they asked me, it's a very common question, do you believe in God? It's not really a yes or no answer. A closed-minded person may say, that's a yes or no question. That's a yes or no question. Like, you either do or you don't. But when you think of it like that, that means we agree on those words. Do you believe in God? The word belief, the word God. We have to agree that those words mean the same thing in order for me to even say yes or no. So since I don't even know if we believe the same thing, you know what I mean? I don't know if we even use the same language. How can I say no or yes? How can I say it? So at the end of the day, in this video, I'm going to give you an explanation or an understanding on God or me believing in God. So stay tuned. For those of you that want a more girthy answer and try to understand me when I can't give you a yes or no answer if I believe in God or not, this video is for you. So please go ahead and press like before you even know what the video is about. Just press like. Even if you say, oh, the one and only true God, I still wouldn't know who you're talking about. I don't even know your background to even know what you mean by that. But in your mind, you may say, it's very self-explanatory. There's not much I have to explain. It's everywhere. If you are any human, you should know who God is. These are all beliefs. You should know who God is. First of all, I do know who God is, but is my God the same God that you believe in? I have no clue what God is in your head. Because if you think about it, the one true God is really every individual's perception of the God that they believe in. So you're not really asking me if I believe in your God. You're asking me if I believe in my God. So of course the answer is yes. But do you even want to know who my God is? Is it your God? Do you know? And if you say the God of the Bible, if you take away the one and only true God, or God the Creator, any of those, if you say the God of the Bible, that brings us to point number 2. There are so many denominations of Christianity. So even if you're a Christian and you ask another Christian, do they believe in the God of the Bible? It could still be a different God. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because we have different understandings of the Bible. That's why there's different denominations. If we can't even agree on what day to have church, think about that. How can we agree on the complications, the intricacies of what God and who God is? You may have 2 Christians sitting in church listening to the pastor, and they may take 2 different points from it that day, and they may leave church with being fed from the pastor, but they may have gotten 2 different things from it. And that whatever you intake, whatever you understand, whatever you ingest is what creates your beliefs, not the things you don't ingest. So if you 2 are ingesting 2 different messages in one day, then you are leaving 2 different outlooks on God. Now, you may say,
well, God is that and that. He doesn't have to be one or the other. These 2 perspectives are just 2 descriptions of God.
I agree with that. You are right. But the perceptions are different. They're both perceptions of God, but the one who is aware of the perception as living that perception So the person who is taking the message and perceiving it, and the other Christian who is taking the message and receiving it, they both are getting two different informations. And if they don't understand that it's a piece of a whole, then they are going to respond to life with just the information they know, which they're going to do automatically, because you can only respond to life on the path that you are taking. And the person who's sitting next to you is not on your path, because they're not sitting in your seat. You sit in your seat. Who is the God of the Bible, right? Thirdly, let's get on the topic of beliefs. If I say I believe something, again, am I saying I know, or am I saying I don't know? And this is tricky, because if we don't really be aware of it and don't take accountability for our beliefs, we can turn our beliefs into artificial knowings, meaning we'll respond to life as if what we believe is true. Not what we believe is what we believe. We in turn, we translate our beliefs into a knowing. We don't transfer it into a not knowing. We're not that humble. We don't transfer our understandings into I don't know. We transfer our understandings to I know. For example, Jesus. When I say Jesus, what image, what imagination is popping up when you imagine Jesus? Let's get even more specific. When you imagine what Jesus looked like, there's an image that pops up. Now, it may be an image based on the imagery you've seen in the past. It may be forced imagery based on imagination that you know of what you want to perceive, versus what you've seen or gathered in the past. If you think about it, every single person who imagined Jesus, we all imagined our own version of what Jesus looked like in our head. Every single version is different. It's very specific, because it's not, some of us may perceive and may just see hair. We may just see a skin complexion. We may not even see a person. We may see a spirit. We may see words. Jesus. Did Jesus have a beard when you imagined him? Or was he cleaned up with nothing? It was just all bare butt naked, face naked, booty, chin and all. Was he white? All of these perceptions are true because you perceive them. That is what each of you are experiencing. The thing that an individual is experiencing is not what another person is experiencing. So therefore, you cannot even ask if I believe in God without first understanding the image of God in our thoughts. Doesn't mean any of our imaginations of what Jesus looked like is true. They're all true. If you think about it, all of our thoughts are tainted by a belief system that was built by our experience of life. So the things you see, things you imagine, are just things that you may see in the past or things that you may create in your mind. You can't imagine what another person is imagining unless they put it out on paper and they be like, oh wow, this is exactly what I was imagining, so now everyone can see what I'm imagining. That's why art is so special in that sense, especially fine art. And you got to be careful about what you think and believe. You can't take it as a knowing. You got to leave it as a belief. You got to humble yourself and just leave your beliefs in a box and name it beliefs, and put your knowings in another box, because you got to be careful. Even with this, when you think about Jesus having a beard, I don't think there's a scripture in the Bible that even says Jesus had a beard. So you got to be careful that a lot of your beliefs come from dogma, from your family, your friends, the networks that you watch, the schools you go to, the people you interact with. All of that has an influence on how you think and what you think. And they can create beliefs about life. And you will start to respond to life based on those beliefs. And when you are guided by your beliefs, you are misguided, because your beliefs is a small puzzle piece to a big puzzle. This big puzzle exists. It's one. And then it comes down to, are you asking me, what is your motive for asking me if I believe in God? Because even the way you see God will kind of taint whatever I say about my beliefs. Or are you asking me as an atheist, as someone who don't believe in God, asking me as a religious person, someone who do believe in a God? or asking me as an agnostic person, someone who just don't know. Who are you to be even asking me if I believe in God? I don't know you. I just wanted to give you that kind of perspective for when you ask someone if they believe in God, you really won't get the answer that you're seeking. You're only going to get this quick answer that don't mean anything because you don't know the person deep down. So, and if you're not really asking those questions, you don't really want to know if they believe in God. But if you want a vague answer like that, I'm not going to leave you hanging. No, I don't believe. Because a belief is when you really don't know. A belief is not knowing. I don't really believe in God anymore. I was raised as a Christian. I've gotten to the point where I know God exists because I can't tell you how I know right now. I don't think you're ready to know how I know right now. So I'm just going to leave it there that I know God exists. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the format. I kind of did a little something different to bring a little bit more energy because it's been a struggle out here trying to get subscribers. Mainly it's my consistency. I haven't been making a video as often as I would like. Heck, I haven't made a video since before the pandemic. So I feel like my consistency is what's stopping me from the success of my YouTube channel. But of course, what motivates me is pressing that like button. Press it 3 or 4 times. It might not go through. You know, internet service sometimes isn't that great. So press subscribe 3 or 4 times. You know, go to each one of my videos, comment, really show some love to my channel because I want to do this more. I want to make more videos, and I have a course coming up that I'm working on, and it will be available to you guys for pre-sale. And it's not going to be soon, maybe in another month or 2. So within the next 2 or 3 months, it went from 1 to 2 to 3, maybe 4 or 5 months. Maybe, next year, 2021 is when you're going to get the course. But no, I just want to leave that with you. And I hope you guys have a great day, a great week. If I don't make another video, who knows? Bye.